He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep down the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They missed this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught over the middle.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down just short of a marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The Nittany Lions come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. The pass ball is incomplete. They took a downfield shot on the final play of the opening quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. So the big lineman a little too far downfield, and the official spots it, draws the flag, and takes the touchdown off the board. Quarterback operating an empty set. They look to throw it here on second down. Now the senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk, it's beginning to feel looking like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Notre Dame offense back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in their last possession. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Now they're running on the toss. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second, hey, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Notre Dame looking to convert on 4th down here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it, and they'll for a 1st down. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it, very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
It can be hard sometimes in the pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grabbed by the receiver. If they get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they can sell out and bring the pressure.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Looks right, lets it fly. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Tight end goes in motion. And they're trying to punch it in here. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here and maybe hold the 3 points.
An important 3rd down and goal now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. The defense stops him there on the scramble, close to the goal line, but not in.
Woo, good job by this defense. That quarterback doesn't need much room. They did a heck of a job to keep him out of the end zone, and now we got a 4th and goal situation.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball when you're this close to your own goal line. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to try to run the ball to get it away from the shadow of that goal line. But you got to do a better job than that. You're a yard away from giving up 2 points in a safety because you couldn't hold your own up front.
They're back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. He tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the wideout goes in motion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, another 1st down run for Notre Dame, and man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of a play.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gets made on the out route. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for the 1st down and goal.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this 1st half.
They'll try to run this one in. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Now the try here for the extra point.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Just able to stop it, but it's a great return. Lucky to prevent a touchdown, but begin the drive with excellent field position. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Here's the second down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. The receiver makes the catch. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Zips it down the middle. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's going to take off here. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Quarterback does a good job against this nickel coverage, realizing his options downfield are taken away. I thought he might try to force it downfield, but instead pulls it down, takes off, and picks up some positive yards. Now we got a 4th and short.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Makes the grab. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field, trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Zero running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. He stopped and gets a first down.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for loss.
Now here he goes. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it on the move. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The shotgun running play call. Oh, look at the quick cut. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produce a solid gain there.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Getting set. Here's second down. One man in the backfield. He did get the football. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Takes the toss and heads left. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Irish, to put them on top now. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner tried to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, as he gets hit, as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength, and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the game.
He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got it, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. And he drops back in the gun. Throws it to the right. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. More out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Man, that is a quarterback's best friend. Opportunity to find that open tight end. He takes a big hit, but holds on to the football to show that strength and awareness for a nice first down.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Motion now from the tight end. Looks right for a quick completion. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Still no answer for this offense. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, a second down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He'll aim it toward the sideline. Solid punt. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. Time for one more play here in the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. As we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Moves left out of the pocket. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Send the back in motion. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Notre Dame needing to convert this fourth down. Looking to throw again. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Now he's bringing it back.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? There's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks loose at the 45. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. First down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's caught. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking for a man. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State, as they put 6 more on the board.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the 2-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Running with purpose. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. They'll try the right here. Gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down play coming up. Working clock with the ground game. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's 3rd down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. QB to the tight end for a completion. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly, but it's incomplete. A 4th down stop, turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Run back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw to his receiver. And off the deflection, it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They were not going to catch him that time.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. The quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Crucial PAT is good. They're in front by 1 here in the 4th. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Comes back out onto the field. A chance to survive and advance in the playoff is on the line right here. They need points on this possession. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 40. Inside the 20. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Man, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. On the move now. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The quarterback takes it in himself.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Checks this down to the running back.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver, that primary target, forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure a victory.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Short, they'll try to throw for it. It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Looking for his big tight end. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's the running back in the flat. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. This might be for the ball game. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter, game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Ball handed off. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. It's third down for the offense. And the quarterback will take a knee. They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Crucial play here. They go to the air. He'll throw it now. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. And looking to throw now on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And it falls incomplete. The final play of the game as time runs out. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.